Welcome to another episode of SkonGossips. So subscribe to your YouTube channel now. But more best subscribe. You know me bell notification no. So be posting new video be on sabit maka. Ebusuya ene nkomo ya koso na no Thomas Party has been denied visa to enter into Canada to play for Omine Concron Ghana. Ebusuya eya hosem na nsemi de bibre minister abekasa for sports abekasa na ya minister abekasa Honorable Kofi Adams so abekasa amanfo bibia church o madwen Crystal Palace saying yeah omo former player bi ono so abekasa other foreign outlets for no share views no ebusuya you better dive into the whole story no na the reason why intia you deny Thomas Party na hosem de ma o my Ghana hosem de ma o my Ghana ebusuya yen che okra na yen shasi ebusuya 2026 FIFA World Cup start here Mexico ni South Africa boy ya nyamiadum go back for ya show more eni jewo krum na ya da sore ya ebusuya ya kwoti ya say Canada for deny Thomas Party Ghana champion midfielder omo deny no say omo mano visa ema need me ra Canada na onkobo your first match I 17th I ne Panama no ontumi nkobo and I say any matches be because of Canada bia no I Blasters na ebone there he can't na ebusia asem ne bae no akoye nsem bebre minister bekasa sports journalist for abekasa other way for abekasa na ebusia mari dinka en show video bi enchel ya Blaster camp Thomas Party energy ho anyway ukra the camera utwetwa pictures anyway yen hwe sa video we combination is calculation. Hey, don't move, bro. Too much. Yes. Oh, bye hey, few minutes later. Black boss or new one or still too short and also too short. Too short. Only for meeting with one.
When you do injection, you have to sit for 10 minutes, so better to do it now. This will take 5 minutes.
Okay, then there's fun with
No, too short.
And the rest, you it is all too short. Same one for two.
What do you call it, kid?
And what when I told myself, hey! Oh, Non, c'est ça, le bon pour un gars. Vamos.
They must be back because there's more holes here than there. Okay.
Yeah, ultimately say the Thomas Party Kumunu anode, but he's doing everything possible, say, or back coming over this emotional trauma and emotional damage now more they causing no. Now, Ebusia, before say become minister hall and I said reason why I'm denying in former Crystal Palace so say yeah player abuse or a coach is a day. He made some statement there and then some other foreign
Former Arsenal midfielder Thomas Partey will be unable to play in Ghana's World Cup opener after his visa application for Canada was rejected. Now, reason wasn't given by FIFA, but the former Arsenal player is awaiting trial in London, as we know, after pleading not guilty to multiple counts of rape. Ghana play Panama on Wednesday in Toronto in the same group as England. And the game against the Three Lions is in Boston, it's in the Boston area. And Partey has already been in the United States with the rest of the team. A FIFA spokesperson told Sky News FIFA can confirm that the player, Thomas Partey, will be unable to travel from Ghana's team-based camp in Boston, USA, to Canada for their first match against Panama. That's on Wednesday, the 17th of...
You cannot treat every single crime the same way. So if I've got somebody that's committed a traffic crime and is going to be put into and has been charged by the police, I'm not going to withdraw him, am I? But in those very serious cases, such as this, then I think most people inside a football club would suggest, and most people at international level would suggest, that it is the better interest of everybody that the player isn't playing on a football field because it has a unique set of circumstances.
So are you telling me that if you were the owner of a club, as you have been, and one of your players was charged with sexual assault or rape, you would withdraw him?
I think so. I think that would be the sensible thing to do. I think, obviously, depending how close I was to the case and knew the absolute specifics of it, we've seen situations. We've seen people go to prison. Jed Evans. And we've seen people pile onto it. And we've seen people like Jessica Ennis Hill putting her two-penny in about not having their football stadium named after her if this player was allowed to come back. And then he's acquitted. And then he goes out, doesn't appeal, and is acquitted. What do you do in circumstances like this? But while once the burden of the obligation to produce a certain level of threshold has been crossed, and I would suspect that it's incumbent upon the CPS not to bring spurious charges. So once that burden has been reached and is being charged, I think it's reasonable for an employer in a public domain business to withdraw that person from the front line.
Yeah, second video, how can you say a bastard there say you really Thomas Partey out of Ghana squad for what? Or in the name of say you are trying to tarnish the image of the player, such as maybe team your Arsenal. By the way, Arsenal treated Thomas Partey, in fact, very bad on a more serious note. Now, it was assembly by Minister Abekasa. Now, by ending can call the main reason why here or may deny Thomas Partey. And they say, one would him say, UK 2025 Thomas Partey any issue concerning or baby or no Sebi Monato Wasem. And on the February answer 2026 and so almost another issue so omloto no so say one or baby ada e kwan bia ense se ko ne eden efa eda so nti ese Thomas Partey e wo 2 counts e wo or 7 counts e wo the first trial na e course no e wo 2025 no e no san 1 count e wo 2026 day so na ebusia intelligent say you will your visa application bia omutumi dive into it and say okay wakodi bonu wa ha ntino ehun ya say bia makodi bonu otogo a ana say me Ghana ni me di bonu otogo a mintumi movie enko even say Cote d'Ivoire, all because of say man say Ghana, Togo, Cote d'Ivoire and Nigeria. My fact country back on count. West African countries can back on count. Never say Abia, Sierra Leone, and I say Liberia and Cameroon. Say Makodi Bonnet ewo Ghana. Sa other 4 countries no mean to me call because of say we share intelligence. Inti sana eti from the 5 eyes. Any country be UK, US, Canada, New Zealand and Australia. Sa 5 countries we almost share intelligence. Inti no Thomas Partey issue ne si wo UK no. According to Canada embremu no. The first count na ye de born. So omoka se omu DM asem no ya mean say bit me delete Thomas Partey be 10 years. So what I say, until because of that, no more yet Thomas Partey Canada application. These 5 islands, because of say Canada is associated with these 5 islands, which is New Zealand, Australia, UK, and Canada itself, and US. No, so what I say, he is not permitted. Now, man for people say. Then na US for the moment, yes. So utie se me bo minister no audio no kirewa. Obehu se obeka wom se anase oka se onya issue with the US way no, but they were able to penetrate to normal otumi eden enya US visa e de koe. Ebusunya yentie minister no.
Is that true? I am not aware that he has been denied a visa. I knew his previous visa to the United States had some challenges, but he has since been issued a visa to be able to enter United States. And I'm unaware that he has been denied visa to Canada. No, not that I'm aware of. Okay. But I don't think if any such thing had happened, they would have communicated to me as Minister for Sports and Recreation. I haven't received any such communication. I've been in touch with the FA and the management who are currently in the United States. We were even discussing the visa application for the coach's wife, who also happens to be an Iranian national. And so we are going through some processes. They are still considering a decision on her visa. A full decision has not been made yet. So we have been having conversation on that. I have not heard anything in relation to Thomas Partey.
Yeah.
And I believe Canada should be a liberal country. That's what they tell us that they are. And that's the reason why they've been championing across the globe matters of rights, including LGBTQ rights and what have you, into countries who think otherwise. They've been pushing all these that people have rights. And so if this is a country that says we are liberal, we are democratic, we believe in rights, and will go to the extent of denying a professional player that is not visiting on holidays, that is not coming to go and sit at beaches, but he's coming because of his profession and because his country has qualified to partake in an international competition, to deny such a person entry. I think that Canada once more is overaction and they must do something about this. Otherwise, it will set a really bad precedent for this competition, and FIFA itself must rise up. Especially that the vice president of FIFA is a Canadian. The president of CONCACAF, the zone that is hosting this competition, is a Canadian.
And no watch even including coach Nukrani wife or no Iranian or Irani or no campo de no coach ni Rino and no campo no or Mugusom Toto to Noma say or ban a bit menya visa at their room all because of war night is between the US and Iran. No, such as it. Until these 5 eyes was 5 islands, because of say they are connected together. No, Ebusunya. And it's no mama say or mama Thomas Partey Enremu. Already now UK for Edin Kai football national made in car because of shaky Thomas Partey. Anyway, we am a man for class and moon shaky and sign a found baby. let me say this emphatically clear. And yet this Canada Muslim sovereignty country, you are pushing the right of everyone. So we gay lesbianism no mu pushing it hard. Mu UK ni other countries mu pushing it so obi anya the right. UK for monatobe in etisemu. UK monatobe in etisemu. Mo be fire na nanom ene ye wo fasem no ni yenu amamu. Edi omo ko mu krum pasasem am ko di kire omo. Obi ka bibi wo ho. And here is the case, Yenny just say they are doing anything. Say Thomas Partey ain't me run national team. Thomas Partey ain't me run national team. Now I'm for other foreign athletes for news or more drop it. Say ka media ka say Ghana yet me Thomas Partey free mu anoma. Hwe mo ye den. Team bia the Maya quarantine nyango be she the Maya quarantine ye be she team bia mu England for no UK England for no mu ye be she mu because a hardwin indeed because of sa no man we ni anti no mo deny nipa no na FIFA abi issue statement na FIFA issue statement no be issue eno ebusua me the two screen so na Asema FIFA can enuni or say FIFA statement on Thomas Partey left out of Canada. FIFA can confirm that player Thomas Partey will be unable to travel from Ghana's team base camp in Boston, US to Canada for their first match against Panama on Wednesday, 17 June, as his visa application has been refused by the Canadian government. FIFA na or say FIFA ebetumia ajia tum say they refuse Thomas Partey. Say on to me enka Ghana team no enko Canada enko boy your first match na Wednesday ye Panama. Now FIFA na bi masaba say FIFA is not involved in any immigration process or of host countries, including the adjudication of visas. As with previous FIFA events, the host government ultimately determines who receive a visa and is admitted into the country. This is bullshit, man. Bullshit. The reason why I say bullshit is that you FIFA before say country be ebe hostino, wo country name in a ebe bede or bede a who FIFA so who rules. Now you can say the World Cup, when the World Cup goes to these Asian countries you know very straight, especially Qatar. You heard the most to Qatar. There were so many street rules na Qatar. They say Qatar or more street rules, but omo go new mom ama bibia ye what say in say Mississippi and e deny obi visa. What e bisa? There are so many players omo wo UK wa omo like omo wo the same issues and omo go ya grant omo visa because of say oyo tuntumti no. FIFA who na wo ka say who need to me but who fi answer the pan country be abeje bed no. Who shisha wo mra de mano. No so dey nemra ma and they no ka say we need immigration mu and you fan say ka 11 players na say 23 man squad ni na we ya ka meaning say yes o muni anko. And what's the essence? This FIFA World Cup and kasa they has a problem from beginning up to the end. And FIFA say we need to me say nipa na born or whatever born or ba born their man in national team and club team, and besides he's playing another club born or barrable I'm on a national team. It didn't na would deny a visa. FIFA should do better. But yes, the champion man Okujetu Ablakwa Kai, Minister for Foreign Affairs, we salute you. You know so do bit me monkey no mambum. Now by Wednesday there the better so near Thomas Partey eka team no amoko akobo Panama match no. Say na minister na assure no say yenka akomanto yem na omugu so etoto to nyoma. Ebusua manu comment comment section na say na me so subscribe ya bo so be subscribe to YouTube channel no. No me bell notification no e post new video bi a on sabet maka. Until then, adios. Bansa na adios ne beba no. South Africa for match no mulusi ye de home videos bebra o. Men worry cry. Ya compile ni nia. De dinya bro. Ye be sen shebi.